Hey guys, real quick, I want to show you how simple it can be to facilitate an apostille for a power of attorney document. Keep in mind, we are in the state of Indiana, so there are only 3 things, possibly 4, that you need to get this done. The very first thing, of course, is the actual document. This is a fake power of attorney document, but make sure that you have the originals. You're always dealing with original documents when it comes to apostilles. You cannot have a copy, so make sure that the document is either brought to you in person or it is overnighted to you so you have the original. That is the first thing you're going to need. As a notary, the only thing that you're concerned about is the notary section. You want to make sure that it is properly notarized by the notary, whoever notarized it. Obviously, if it was you, make sure you did it correctly. If it was another notary, make sure that it was done correctly. Make sure it has the complete notarial certificate on there. Everything is signed. It has their stamp. This is an Indiana notary, so that tells us that this has to go to the Indiana Secretary of State. Where the notary is where the document has to go to be apostilled. So that is the first thing you need. The second thing you're going to need in Indiana, in most states, all states, you're going to need to have the application. These are usually found online with the Secretary of State's website, but this is the application that needs to go along with that document. The most important thing on this document is going to be the country that it is going to. That is one of the first things they're going to look for. So make sure that you fill this out completely. This is, again, the Indiana Secretary of State apostille form that needs to be included with the document. This is the second thing that you're going to need. The third thing that we're going to need here is the application fee. In Indiana, it's $2 per document, and it tells us that right on this form, $2, except for these documents: birth certificates, death certificates, school documents, and documents prepared by the Secretary of State. None of those require a fee. Those are going to be done for free. So in that case, you would just need the original document or a certified copy of the document and the application. All right. So in Indiana, you can walk documents in and you can get it apostilled and you can walk back out with it. So at the bottom, it is telling you to make sure that you include the form, which is this. Make sure you have the original document. Make sure you have your $2 application fee per document, if that applies. And the last thing it says is to make sure you have a prepaid return envelope. Again, if you're walking it in, you do not need that envelope. You're literally going to take your original document along with this and along with your $2, and you're going to go down there, get that apostille, and walk out with it. However, if you're mailing it in for some reason, then you will need to include that return envelope so that they can send it back. Also, make sure that when you take the $2 down, it is in the form of a check, money order, or you can pay in person with the card. If you guys have any questions or comments, drop them below.